So let me just take it from the 2001 protocol. And to put it in context, in 1999, the protocol, which is the main protocol relating, we call it simply the mechanism because it's quite long. The title is the protocol relating to the mechanism for conflict prevention, management, resolution, peacekeeping, and security. This transformed West Africa because it has all what must be done to keep West Africa stable and safe in each of the 15 countries. But the document, the treaty itself basically says, should something happen to threaten the peace, this is the law. And everybody started saying, and I remember I was an active advocate at that time, that we cannot have a treaty that is only reactive. So for example, if you hear today that there was a coup d'etat in a country, the 1999 protocol details exactly what must be done, including the sanctions regime, how that country will be removed from ECOWAS. And you saw when Captain Sanogo in Mali overthrew the government there, ECOWAS suspended Mali briefly, and even went to the extent of trying to put a blockade, a complete blockade. So all those are contained. And so in the analysis, West Africa now progressed to a supplementary protocol, and that's the 2001 protocol on democracy and good governance. Now, in the 1999 protocol is to address a situation when peace has deteriorated. The 2001 protocol is basically to prevent. So it is prevention oriented. And what does that mean? So that is where I really made my reference on. So if you look at Section 2 of the 2001 protocol is on elections. And in that Section 2, Article 2, Clause 1 states the following, and I quote, "No substantial modification shall be made to the electoral laws in the last 6 months before the elections, except with the consent of a majority of political actors." End of quote. Now, if you take this protocol, what it means is, if the current CI in Parliament were allowed to mature and to become law, and that law would govern the 2020 elections, it will be in violation of this protocol because the law would mature less than 6 months to December 7th. That's point number one. Now, the only reason why that law will not violate this ECOWAS protocol is if all the political actors in Ghana consent, agree. Now, my good brother, if you go back to the previous CIs, it was not for nothing that at IPAC, you have the first level of consensus building before it went into a subcommittee of experts still at the IPAC level that then drafted how will the CI look like within the framework of a consensus. Before then it arrives in Parliament, and each time, of course, the Electoral Commission is working with these actors, members of Parliament, civil society, and you name the rest of them. When it gets to the subsidiary legislation committee level, the consensus that had been built at IPAC weighs then heavily for them to agree on the CI, put it on the floor of Parliament. That law is allowed to mature and it governs our elections. But this time around, there has been no agreement at IPAC. There was no subcommittee work at the level of IPAC. In the subsidiary legislation committee in Parliament, there was total disagreement, split down. All the majority side voted for the CI, the minority side voted against the CI. So point number two, because there has been no consent, the law would only mature on the basis of the majority in Parliament. And that goes against this protocol. It violates this protocol. It makes this protocol not to have the value that it had or it was conceived to have. But in my conversation